Hello, everyone. This is Gilgamesh. And today we have a great one with Job chapter 3, verse 9. And it reads, V'yakashku kokve nishpo yakav laor va'ayin va'al yireh ba'af ape shachar. And this translates roughly as, the stars of his twilight grew dark, and he awaited for light, and there was none. And he did not see with the eyelashes of dawn. Really interesting verse. The context here is that Job is wishing that the day that he was born did not happen. And so he's going to some very poetic arrangements here to talk about how the day shouldn't happen. And that's the context we have here. But we have a lot of interesting things here. We start here with this first verb, and this is a simple call imperfect third masculine plural here. It comes from the root chashak, which is familiar. The word choshek, darkness, is very common. It's here as a verb, and it means to grow dark. And it's not a very rare verb, but it's not terribly common either. But the noun form of it, of darkness, is quite common. So it seems very familiar to us. They became dark. They grew dark. And in normal Hebrew word order, you have the verb and then you have the subject. And so here's our subject here, which comes from kokav, star. Kokve, stars of, this is a masculine plural construct. Stars of, and if you're dyslexic like me, the first 18 times you read this, you read it as nefesh. But look again, it's nishpo. This is an unusual word, only shows up a few times, comes from neshef, and the sheen and the pei are reversed from the word nefesh. But this word is a totally different root. It means dusk. And if you look at the definitions here, we have that it means twilight, in the evening, and it also means in the morning. So this can mean either the evening or the morning, that liminal time between day and night. And since it is parallel to the word shachar down here at the bottom, the general consensus is that it would mean the morning time. So the stars of the early morning twilight, his early morning twilight, his being the day of his birth, grew dark. Well, why do stars grow dark in the morning? Well, it's not really that the stars are growing dark, although that's how Job is expressing it here. It's more of that the sky is growing light and the stars can no longer be seen. And so he's describing here the dawning of the day as the stars in the night sky become invisible as the sky lightens. He's describing that as the stars growing dark, even though in our modern times we actually understand that this is the sky is growing light and therefore making the stars invisible. Job is phonetically referring to it as the stars growing dark. The stars of his early morning twilight grew dark. And then we have another fun word here, yakav. Well, this is an interesting word that can mean to wait for something, but it's interesting where it comes from. The basic meaning is to be taut, and to be taut perhaps like a bowstring. The word here, kav, means a line, a string, a rope. And so this is a verb form of that. And so it's here again, this is a simple call verb. This is third masculine singular. He was awaiting like a tight bowstring is kind of the idea here. It's used a couple of times in Isaiah. It's used this way several times in Job. Job seems to like using it this way quite a lot. And so the idea here is he is waiting. We're not quite sure who the he is, or we assume it's still the day being personified here. He is awaiting for light. So the idea here is he's deeply anticipating when the light will actually come. Va'ayin. This is our particle of non-existence here, and it was not. So he awaits for the light, and it never happens. And then we have our negation here, va'al, and not. And then we have here yireh, to see. This is again an imperfect third masculine singular call. So, and he did not see. And then we have another fun word here. We have first our preposition here, bet preposition, with or by or in. And then we have af ape. It is a masculine plural construct. But what does it mean? Well, it's quite a rare word here, and it seems to mean eyelashes. growth of hair near the eyelashes. But do notice there is disputed meaning, and there's not everybody complete agreement with it, but it does seem to mean eyelashes. And so this last word here, shachar, means dawn. What are the eyelashes of the dawn? Well, the general understanding here is that if you watch the sun rise, rays shoot out from where the sun will be coming up over the horizon, and he is describing this poetically as the eyelashes of dawn. The day here sees the lights of the stars darkening as morning approaches. It awaits intention for the light to come, but the light doesn't come, and it does not see the eyelashes of dawn. Very interesting use of poetry and imagery here with Job, who is one of our great Hebrew poets, and just a very interesting verse with a lot of interesting words in it. Hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe, and join us in the next one.